Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Making headlines this morning, the latest on a crash on the city's northwest side that left one person dead.
Also this morning, the investigation is just getting underway into a fiery plane crash near Houston.
Outside with live cam, more of the same, but even more mild this morning. Yesterday, we added about 10 degrees to our morning temps, and it looks like we're about to do the same today. Good morning, everybody. We made it midweek. It is Wednesday, the 20th.
Happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. I think you're being nice by saying more mild.
What's the other way to say it?
It's like humid out there?
It's more Uggy outside, Mike Osterhage.
Yeah, I mean, you could really, yesterday was like, okay, that was crisp, but no, this morning's just plain old humid.
It's just,
get used to it for a while. It's going to be sticking around here.
You hear that, Steph? We have to get used to it.
Yeah, throughout the rest of the week and going on into the weekend. Temperatures, yesterday we did dip down to 59 degrees, but yeah, we're 10 above that, 69 right now, 70 Stinson, mid-upper 60s parts of the hill country. And when the cool spot is 63, you know it's on the warm side because normal low temperatures should be in the upper 50s right now. And these numbers have definitely gone up, those dew point temperatures. And so with all that extra humidity coming on in here, yes, we are seeing a couple little patches of fog. Victoria, LaGrange, a hint of it around New Braunfels, Austin, so we'll be on the lookout for that, especially in the eastern half of the area. Mold and ragweed are both on the low side throughout the rest of today. We've got a lot of low clouds hanging around this morning. 68 degrees, upper 60s. Temperatures are going to be basically steady with that cloud cover acting like kind of a blanket on top of us. 85 high temperature, so we're up a few degrees from yesterday. That'll continue to be the trend. So we're looking at pretty much 5-10 degrees above normal on both ends of the scale throughout the rest of the week going into the weekend. Rain chances, maybe. We'll talk about that. Closer look at the weekend forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes. Steph, Mark.
Michael, thank you very much. New this morning, San Antonio police say a deadly crash shut down part of Bandera Road late last night. Happened around 10 p.m. near Broadview, just south of Callahan. SAPD says a man was on Bandera Road when a person driving a car hit him. Victim was rushed to a hospital where he died. The driver stayed on scene, and police do not expect to file any charges. Now, an amazing survival story in Waller County over near Houston. Everyone on this plane survived a crash, a fiery disaster on the runway.
The question now is, what went wrong? ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more.
I was sitting here and I saw in the rearview mirror, I just saw it go boom, and it was a big orange explosion.
All 21 people on board escaped, the youngest just 10 years old.
No one's deceased. And man, that is an awesome feeling right now for us as first responders.
Among the passengers, the plane's owner, a local developer who had retrofitted the MD-87 to make it more luxurious.
This feels like home in there.
Terrence Fontaine, a pilot himself, has been on that plane. He's friends with the owner.
He is the first person that is dictating safety. So although you see the sofas and the chairs and all that, they all have seat belts. We all have to have seat belts on and in a certain posture before takeoff, and he's adamant about that.
In this video, just before the crash, the plane is seen taxiing like normal, soon racing down the runway, but it never leaves the ground.
The actual airplane rolled down the runway, struck an actual fence, and from there became disabled.
In that runway video, a puff of smoke can be seen coming out of one engine, but experts say it's too soon to know whether that played any role in the crash. And you can see what appears to be tire tracks extending from the end of the runway to the crash scene.
It's clear that the pilots were trying to abort this takeoff at some point, but the real question is why were they not able to stop in time, and why did they abort so late? That's what's going to be answered by the cockpit voice recorders.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
In Syria overnight, state TV says 2 roadside bombs exploded near a bus carrying troops in the Syrian capital Damascus, killing 14 people. The attack, the deadliest in Damascus in years, and a rare event since government forces captured areas formerly held by insurgents. Reports show the blast happened during their morning rush hour when people were headed to work and school. Syria's conflict began in March of 2011, has left more than 350,000 people dead and displaced half of its population.
A House committee investigating the January 6th Capitol insurrection has voted unanimously to hold former White House aide Steve Bannon in contempt of Congress. That's after the longtime ally of former President Donald Trump defied a subpoena for documents and testimony. Trump is still defending his supporters who broke into the Capitol that day. He has tried to block the committee's work by directing Bannon not to answer questions while also suing the panel to try to prevent Congress from obtaining former White House documents.
Famed basketball announcer Dick Vitale has lymphoma. It's the second time in just a few months the broadcaster has been diagnosed with a form of cancer. In August, Vitale announced he had several surgeries to get rid of melanoma. Doctors don't believe lymphoma diagnosis is related. They said there's a 90% cure rate for this type of lymphoma. The 82-year-old tweeted just yesterday he was at a hospital for surgical procedures to determine what type of chemotherapy he will get. Vitale has been with ESPN since just after the network launched in 1979. ESPN says Vitale's been an expert analyst for more than 1,000 games.
And time now is 4:35 and it's 68 degrees out there.
It is costing you a few more bucks to fill up at the pump. We'll tell you what's driving up gas prices and see if relief is coming anytime soon.
And it was a big night for the Houston Astros, coming back big in the ninth inning last night. We're going to have some highlights next.
That's good. When I went to bed last night, it was not looking good.
I know.
So
that's a great surprise.
It was a nice smile this morning to see the Astros come out on top over those Red Sox. Looking back towards downtown right now, we are just getting started on your Wednesday morning. Thanks for flying with us. We know you have a choice. We'll be right back. 4:38, game 4 of the ALCS. Houston down 2-1, needing to win to keep this series close, and they did not disappoint. Jose Altuve hits a tying home run in the 8th, and the Houston offense awakened with 7 runs in the 9th last night. 2 outs and 2 on. Jason Castro singled to Carlos Correa to give Houston the lead, and the Stros just kept on scoring. Houston comes back to beat the Boston Red Sox 9-2. That evens up the ALCS at 2 games apiece. The AL West champions now have guaranteed themselves at least 1 game back in Houston. Stros have scored 36 runs with 2 outs in the postseason, including 18 of its 22 in this series. Meanwhile, Altuve now has 21 career postseason home runs, breaking a tie with Derek Jeter for the 3rd most in baseball history. Game 5 is later today, starting at 4:05 p.m. Now to some high school football. KSAT 12 Texas Sports Productions Game of the Week will feature the 7th-ranked Brandeis Broncos against the Madison Mavericks. Broncos 6-1 overall, 4-1 in district in 28-6A, with their only loss of the season to the undefeated Johnson Jaguars, 28-22. This game has major playoff implications with just 3 games left in the regular season. Currently Brandeis 3rd in district, Madison fighting for 4th and last playoff spot.
Every game is like a big championship game, you know. We have to treat it like that every week. And at the end of the day, we just want to be 1-0.
We really just have to have a good week and practice well, and I think we'll play great this Saturday.
We've had a bad couple weeks, and we just need to get out of it.
Kickoff at Heroes Stadium on Saturday is 2 p.m. live on KSAT 12.2. Our San Antonio Spurs have made several moves before they tip off the regular season tonight at the AT&T Center versus the Orlando Magic. Spurs have exercised a 4th-year option on forward Keldon Johnson and the 3rd-year option on guard Devin Vassell. However, they did not reach an agreement on a rookie contract extension for Lonnie Walker, the 4th, by the deadline earlier this week. That means he becomes a restricted free agent at the end of this season. Walker doesn't seem too worried about it.
I can't think about it too much, let my agency and what I've done, put forth the effort, and, whatever happens, happens, you just got to praise the man above.
Spurs welcome the Magic to the AT&T Center starting tonight at 7:30. We'll have a game day preview of the season opener with our Max Massey coming up later on, right here on the morning show.
How exciting. Go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go. Right now, 4:41, about 68 degrees.
And fall is known to be a relief from summer gas prices, but this year it's a little different. We're going to tell you what's causing gas prices to go up.
And next, why a major company might soon be raising prices on a wide range of items you use every day.
And welcome back. It's 4:44. Procter & Gamble says it is raising prices on a wide range of everyday items. ABC's Kaylee Hartung has the details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, grocery store sticker shock.
They can't produce to meet the demand. There's shortages. Inventories for things are very low.
What household items will cost you more as the strain on the supply chain continues to affect more companies? From a shortage of truck drivers to severe backlogs at our ports.
The increase in inflation is taking a bite out of our purchasing power. That translates into about $175 per month for the typical American household.
Experts warning families to prepare to spend more than what they're used to.
Typical American family is going to have to shell out another $1,500, maybe $2,000 to buy the same goods and services that they did a couple of years ago.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on what's causing this supermarket surge. And we'll also have the latest on rising gas prices. With your GMA First Look, I'm Kaylee Hartung, ABC News, Los Angeles.
We've been talking about this for what seems like weeks now. The price at the pump is on the rise. On average, drivers in San Antonio are paying $2.92 a gallon.
And the road ahead looks even bumpier. Here's 12 on your sides. Marilyn Moritz on what's driving the higher prices.
Days before Halloween, here's a frightful sight. Gas busting the $3 mark. For Sharon Walker, it means scaring up more cash.
I could spend $15 and fill my car up, but now I have to, it's doubled. So I spend $30 to fill my car.
The price of a gallon jumped 9 cents just this week, 26 cents in the past month.
Compared to last year, it's costing about $17 more to fill up your tank. That's enough to buy a large pizza with the works or pay your Netflix bill.
Why the sharp rise at a time of year when prices normally plummet?
Oil now at a 7-year high, nearly $83 a barrel for West Texas Intermediate crude oil, and that's what's pushing gas prices up to a 7-year high.
Patrick DeHaan, chief analyst for Gas Buddy, says with a growing energy crunch overseas, the gap between supply and demand is getting wider, and no relief for your wallet is in sight.
Don't expect much relief as we approach the holidays. In fact, things could probably continue to get a little bit worse.
That road trip to Grandma's house for Thanksgiving could be costly, making today's prices look a little less scary.
Still under $3. Woo-hoo!
Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
That's going to be all of us cheering at the pump. Oh, wow, we found a deal.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. 447, and if you catch the skies just right, things have been looking spookier out there, Mike Osterhage.
Well, we've had, let me get out of the way here. We've had, leading up to the full moon, which is today, and a few clouds hanging around there. And I don't know if you can see it this morning with the cloudy skies, but this is a great picture. I mean, it's just a perfect Halloween moon. We got a couple of more great full moon pictures to show, but thank you very much for that KSAT Connect picture. That just says it all. All right, somewhere off to the west here. Now, as you can see, we got a lot of clouds. I don't know if we're going to be seeing the moon as it sets this morning, but lots of clouds, and boy, oh boy, humidity, dew point temperatures. They had gone up yesterday compared to the previous day. Now, compared to yesterday, things have gone up about 8 to 10 degrees. Remember, dew points had gone up about almost 15 degrees or more in portions of the hill country. So there's a bunch of humidity out there, and it's going to be sticking around throughout the rest of the week and going on into the weekend, first part of next week. Now, way down the road, mid part of next week, maybe a front coming on through here, but that's still obviously way down the road. So until then, yeah, it's going to be on the humid side. We do have some of these low clouds hanging around here that you can see on the satellite picture, and up to the north, that storm system, which was over there around Salt Lake City yesterday, is continuing to move basically straight to the east, and the next one coming on in. So when you have a pattern like this, it's called a zonal pattern. Everything moves almost straight west to east, and we don't get much of a change around here, except for the fact that temperatures are creeping upwards. So we are going to be staying about 5-10 degrees above normal, but no big storm systems, anything like that. As far as the computer model, going on into the rest of the week, a lot of low morning clouds, some hanging around in the afternoon. There's a chance, northern parts of the hill country, that little bit of a shower trying to move through late tomorrow night, early Friday. Not a good chance, almost not even worth a mention. Then we go into the weekend, and a couple of showers are going to be possible. Again, this is one of those computer models that kind of paints things in with a broad brush, so it's not like it's a sure thing. I mean, stray showers at best, and that's going to be the same thing on Sunday and then going on into the first part of next week. Now, Tuesday, there's the jury's still out, if you will, as to what may be happening down once again in the Pacific Ocean. First of all, there's the storm systems, and you can see these upper level wind lines are moving straight west to east. That's that zonal pattern that we're in right now. We get some minor fluctuations here and there, but not any big changes. That high is still basically in control. Now, there is a low and a tropical system which is going to be developing, and this is almost deja vu to it's a week or so ago, and that, again, jury's still out on exactly what's going to be happening with this, but this particular model has this thing kind of sliding up in our direction. So there's the possibility that it could feed some rain in here by maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. Now, there's also another big dip that's going to be forming up in the upper level winds, and that'd be a front coming through here by mid to latter part of next week. And again, all this is talking at least 7 days into the future, so a lot obviously can change between now and then. So today, one thing for sure though, partly cloudy, 78, very warm, very humid today. Temperatures are going to be even warmer than yesterday. We're going to be making it up into the mid 80s and continue to add a couple of notches here and there to these temperatures. Mid and upper 80s, low temperatures, mid upper 60s. Normal right now is 81 and 59. Just to put things in perspective. A shower or two is possible this weekend, but
Back to your Sleepy Hollow looking picture.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know where the original Sleepy Hollow is at?
Massachusetts somewhere.
New York State. It's about 45 minutes north of New York City. Now, Texas is so big, we've got tons of town names, including direct ripoffs from other cities, including ones in Europe. We do not have a Sleepy Hollow, Texas.
Oh, we don't?
We do not.
Yes.
Oh.
There's a street or neighborhood over near Spring in the Houston area, but there's not a town of Sleepy Hollow, Texas.
Oh.
At least not yet.
Okay.
FYI.
That would be cool.
Your Snapple Cap trivia for the day. 451, about 68 degrees.
And coming up next, the new Hulu drama Dope Sick is getting strong reviews, plus why Celine Dion's Las Vegas show is being put on hold.
Here are lottery numbers this morning. Pick 3, 529, Fireball 5. Your daily 4 numbers, 3352, Fireball 3.
Cash 5, 1, 3, 10, 19, 25. And your Mega Millions, 3, 12, 13, 19, 52. Mega Ball 1, Mega Plier 3. Good luck.
Celine Dion's new Las Vegas performances are on hold, plus a look at the reviews for Hulu's Dope Stick.
For the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Jason Nathanson.
Purdue Pharma, they've been marketing the drug as something that's non-addictive, when it clearly is.
The new Hulu drama Dope Sick is getting strong reviews. The story of how the opioid epidemic started in the U.S. and its consequences stars Michael Keaton, Caitlin Dever, and more. Dever plays an injured coal mine worker, and she tells me the role had a profound effect on her.
This character, she's a person that just went in to literally just see her doctor so that she could get better, and then she just gets her life ruined. Is that right there is just something that is so heartbreaking and just shatters you to pieces.
A new episode of Dope Sick is out today on Hulu.
I would be lying if I said I'm fine.
Celine Dion's new Las Vegas residency has been delayed because the singer is suffering from what was described in a statement as severe and persistent muscle spasms, which have stopped her from being able to rehearse for the show. It was supposed to open November 5th, but now all shows through February have been canceled. She says she's heartbroken after working on the show for the past 8 months. And a big birthday today for rapper, entrepreneur, and Martha Stewart bestie Snoop Dogg, turning 50 years old. While The Office star and A Quiet Place director John Krasinski is 42. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Time check, 4:56, about 68 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA, the latest on the investigation into the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol and what former President Trump is now saying about the incident.
Move over, iPhone. We'll tell you about a classic toy from Fisher-Price that is being made into a fully functional telephone. Are you guys seeing this? Check it out in Tech Bites.
That's cute. And taking a look outside with TransGuide this morning, taking a quick look there at I-35 and now at 281 in San Pedro. Things look really good right now, but it is 4:56. We'll be checking in with Stephen Cavazos later on.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
A January 6th congressional committee is recommending that one of former President Trump's strongest allies face criminal contempt charges. I'm Alex Bechet in Washington. I'll have details about those pending charges coming up.
When it comes to autumn in South Texas, somebody hit the pause button. Right now, we're right around 70 degrees out of San Antonio International Airport. Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, October 20th.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Yeah, they hit pause definitely. And I knew the humidity was coming because we talked about it all yesterday. But still, when I stepped outside, I was like, oh, yeah, that's right.
This morning is altogether different, even than compared to yesterday, Mike Osterhage.
Yeah, because the humidity started coming back yesterday, and it was still okay. But like you said, Steph, you walk outside this morning, it's like, ugh, it's just humid. So some people love the humidity. A lot of folks are not big fans of it. It's 69 degrees right now, and that bottom number is at 66. So when you get above 60 for a dew point temperature, of course, that means you can definitely feel the humidity. And we don't have much of a breeze out there this morning. We're going to make it up to 85 later on today, so we will be. Yesterday we were right at normal, both the high and low end, 81, 59. But today we're going to be, adding about 4 or 5 degrees or so to the high temperature from yesterday, up in the mid 80s, and that will continue to be the trend. The aquifer went down 0.2 of a foot the past 24 hours on yesterday's reading, and mold and ragweed are both on the low side. Of course, with all the humidity getting pumped on in here, what that means is a little bit of fog is showing up. Some is being reported around New Braunfels right now. 7 miles visibility, 5 Gonzales, 4 Victoria. And last half hour, I should say, there was a hint of it around Austin. Now that has sort of cleared up, but things can change very quickly, especially, say, east of 35, east of 37 this morning. So just be on the lookout for a couple of patches of that. So warm, humid this morning, patch to a fog here and there, partly cloudy, mid 80s later on today, and humid. Warmer and more humid, so temperatures will continue to go up a few degrees. On average, highs 5 to 10 degrees above normal, low temperatures about 10 degrees above what you would expect for those, and that's going to be the situation in through the weekend. There may be a shower or two. Really wouldn't get too excited about it. Perhaps by next week, we'll see some more significant changes, but it's still a long way off. Details on the weekend forecast in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority Stephen Cavazos has joined us this morning. Did you bring coffee and donuts?
I may have ate them on the way to work, Mike.
Oh, nice.
I'm so sorry, but tacos may be in the forecast for you.
Really?
Who knows? I don't know. But you know what I really like? When the roads are tranquil and calm, and that's what you can expect right now. Makes our job pretty easy, but more importantly, it makes for a really easy commute. Loop 410 at Callahan. Take a look right there. It's pretty light. I-35 at Eisenhower. Same goes for that area of town as well. So we got some good news if you're heading out the door in the next few moments. No need to rush. Maybe grab Mike those tacos. But let's go ahead and take a look right now. We do have a stalled vehicle to talk about off Loop 410 northbound at State Highway 151. So make sure you are checking your vehicles before you get out there this morning, and make sure you are watching out for those drivers who may be experiencing car trouble on the highways this early in the morning. But overall, it is shaping up to be pretty much a green start, and that's what we like to see here in the traffic lab. If you are traveling to San Antonio here in the next few moments, it's green across the board. No issues that you can expect. Right now, 25 minutes from I-10 and Bernie, 27 from 281 and Bulverde, and we're looking at 27 coming in from 35 and New Braunfels. One last look at TransGuide. It is a quiet morning, so that gives us a lot of more time to talk about construction coming up in the next few minutes, and also some good news for our friends out in Kendall County. Guys?
Thank you, Stephen. This morning, the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th Capitol attack has voted to recommend Steve Bannon be held in criminal contempt for failing to comply with its subpoena.
The vote comes as former President Trump is suing the committee. ABC's Alex Bechet has the latest from Washington.
This morning, one of former President Trump's strongest allies now on the brink of criminal contempt charges. The House January 6th committee voted to recommend them against Steve Bannon for refusing to cooperate with its investigation into the Capitol riot.
Mr. Bannon stands alone in his complete defiance of our subpoena. That's not acceptable. No one in this country, no matter how wealthy or how powerful, is above the law.
Next, the entire House must affirm the committee's decision. The U.S. Attorney's Office in D.C. saying in a statement, if the House of Representatives certifies a criminal contempt citation, the Department of Justice, as with all criminal referrals, will evaluate the matter based on the facts and the law. In a 26-page report, the committee alleged Bannon had specific knowledge about the events planned for January 6 before they occurred, pointing to Bannon's own words on January 5th when he said this on his podcast.
All hell is going to break loose tomorrow. Just understand this. All hell is going to break loose tomorrow. It's going to be moving. It's going to be quick. There's going to be many moving pieces.
Bannon's lawyers told the committee he's refusing to comply with a subpoena at the request of former President Trump. The former president is also suing the committee to prevent it from getting access to White House records on what he was doing the days leading up to and during the riot.
Mr. Chairman, on this vote, there are 9 ayes, 0 noes.
The motion is agreed to.
Representative Liz Cheney, a vocal critic of Trump, with this message for her Republican colleagues.
All of us who are elected officials must do our duty to prevent the dismantling of the rule of law and to ensure that nothing like that dark day in January ever happens again.
The full House will vote on Thursday on whether or not to hold Bannon in criminal contempt. And after that, it's in the hands of the Justice Department to decide whether or not to prosecute a case that could take months to litigate. Alex Perche, ABC News, Washington.
A man is now under arrest for aggravated kidnapping with a deadly weapon. Kerr County Sheriff's Office are reporting that 28-year-old Adrian Ornelas from Kerrville is accused of kidnapping a woman who managed to escape. They first found out about the case 3 days ago. Investigators tracked down their suspect to an address in Bexar County and made an arrest after a standoff lasting several hours.
The airport you deserve. That's the name of a multi-million-dollar strategic plan to grow San Antonio International Airport over the next 20 years. City of San Antonio's aviation department says that growth will be specifically designed to accommodate the city's projected growth. City officials say on average the number of passengers the airport has per year is about 10 million. By 2040, they project that number to grow to 15 million or more. First phase of the plan will consist of adding a Terminal C with more parking and ground transportation and upgraded technology. It also includes upgrades to Terminal A and B and the parking and ground transportation already there.
We want to make certain that the community is seeing this as well. So it's important that we show them exactly what we have done and what the final alternatives are depicting so that they too can see that and show progress of where we're heading and what we want to complete.
Total price tag somewhere between $800 and $950 million. Passenger fees, FAA funds, airport bonds, and grants will pay for the project.
And just in case you missed it, it is almost time for all those holiday lights to light up the Riverwalk. You're going to see it all sparkle on November 12th, but the official lighting ceremony is set to take place at the day after Thanksgiving during the Ford Holiday River Parade. We're going to have all those details on our website at KSAT.com.
507, about 69 degrees.
And still ahead, details on reports that Facebook may be planning to rebrand the company with a new name.
And next, while most of the country is doing a little better when it comes to coronavirus infections, one particular group is having a tougher time than others.
And taking a look outside with live cam, we knew it would be here, and here it is. The humidity has made the return. We are at 69 degrees, and we're going to be checking in with Mike later on.
For now, COVID-19 seems to be on the downward trend in Bexar County and throughout the country, but one group is still dealing with some issues.
It's a reason for a new push for booster shots, especially for seniors. Here's Ursula Perry with the numbers.
The Centers for Disease Control's latest vaccine statistics look good till you realize that 85% of senior citizens, those at highest risk for COVID complications and who already qualify for booster shots, have not gotten them.
Their immune systems, really that's what this booster was intended for. Now it's been added to other people to provide additional protection there, but really the group that most needs to get this booster dose are people that are 65 and older.
The 15% vaccination rate is underscored by the death of former Secretary of State Colin Powell, who, while fully vaccinated, died from COVID complications without having received his booster. It puts an exclamation point on the fact that older people need more protection, but only 1 in 7 have gotten it.
It's very important to get it as soon as they feasibly can, as soon as they're eligible for it, because there is a possibility, very likely possibility, we might see another bump. Hopefully not as big as the last surges, but a bump in COVID cases again.
And regarding those boosters, the FDA is under pressure right now to approve more versions of the vaccine, and it's likely to soon approve a so-called mix and match approach, particularly for those who got the original J&J shot.
If they got a Pfizer dose for the second dose, it boosted their antibody levels by about 35 times. So quite a bit higher And then for Moderna, for the second dose, it boosted it up to 76 times.
If you're not convinced yet, please note that of all the breakthrough cases of COVID-19 that end in death, 85% of them were people 65 years and older. Ursula Perry, KSAT 12 News.
And time now is 5:12, and it's about 69 degrees out there.
Still ahead on GMSA, why Instagram is finally letting you create posts from your desktop.
Plus, Fisher-Price is releasing a modern-day, fully functional version of one of its classic toys.
Cooking and eating at home more often means food odors get trapped in your home's fabrics and released back into the air, so you smell last night's dinner the next morning. For an easy way to keep your whole home smelling fresh, try Febreze Fabric Refresher. Febrez's water-based formula deeply penetrates fabrics to eliminate trapped food odors as it dries. Spray Febreze Fabric Refresher when you clean up after meals to ensure your entire home smells fresh and clean. Try Febreze Fabric Refresher. Brand power helping you buy better.
Get Macy's lowest prices of the season now. Like up to 70% off dazzling diamond pendants, bracelets, rings, and more. Plus, curl up to new bedding, now 65% off. And get it faster with curbside pickup or pickup in store at Macy's.
Don't settle for products that give you a sort of white smile. Try Crest Whitening Emulsions for 100% whiter teeth. Its highly active peroxide droplets swipe on in seconds. Better, faster, 100% whiter teeth. Shop CrestWhiteSmile.com.
5:16, welcome back. Facebook reportedly planning to change its name in an attempt to rebrand the company. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has details in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Facebook is reportedly planning to rebrand itself with a new name. It could be unveiled any day now. CEO Mark Zuckerberg recently told The Verge that Facebook is transitioning from a social media company to what he calls a metaverse company, and it's been focusing on new technology. Instagram is adding the ability to post pictures and videos from a desktop. Right now, posts can only be done on the app, but now Instagram users can post to their feeds through a browser. The move will allow increased creativity and more competition with TikTok. Finally, Fisher-Price is bringing back the Chatter telephone with a modern twist. The classic toy debuted in 1961 and was a top seller for years. Now it's equipped with Bluetooth, and the rotary dial actually works, so it can be used as a real phone. Price $60. Seeing if Gen Zers actually know how to use a rotary, priceless. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Hey, Andrew stole my thought.
That's
there's
true.
viral videos of teenagers. They put them in a room with an old rotary phone and they say, how do you work this?
Yeah, like, what is this?
Yeah,
I know, it's pretty funny.
It is hilarious. They pick it up, they're turning it over, they're poking at stuff.
Or even the push button one is a mystery.
That's true. That's true. The whole thing is a foreign concept. But what's old is new again, right?
Yeah, I think it's cute. I think it will do well.
I think so too. 5:17.
Let's go ahead and check in with Stephen Cavazos.
It's a good workout for the phalanges, right?
Yeah.
Right. There. Okay, there you go. And don't use the phone while you're driving. Both hands on the wheel. Let's take a look right now, see how things are shaping up around town. US 90 at 35. Pretty quiet morning so far. We have not spotted any issues on these cameras from TransGuide that would indicate any problems on the roads at this hour. Loop 410 at Jackson Keller. Traffic still really light out in that area. But let's take a look right now at the map. You can see we don't have a lot of issues to talk about, but we still have this stall right there off Loop 410 northbound, right at State Highway 151. It's not causing any problems, but if you see it out there in the next few minutes, just make sure you move over, especially if there are people still inside. Obviously, we want to hope that they get to where they need to be on time and safely. Since it's been a quiet morning, we can talk about some construction here off I-35 southbound at FM 1103. This is still out there from what I've been seeing on TransGuide. It is causing traffic to slow down right now at 29 miles per hour, so just be prepared. Hopefully that will be wrapping up in the next few moments, but as we look ahead to the rest of the week, we do have some good news to talk about over in I-10 in Kendall County. As we know, there's been ongoing construction that's been there for a few weeks now, but the lanes will actually be reopening so we can get to the next phase of that construction project. That includes a portion of the new State Highway 46 bridge, as well as the new eastbound frontage road at Bandera Road intersection, the new Backage Road intersection right at Bandera, and the new Backage Road at Upper Balcones Road intersection. Now, this will allow for the next next portion of the construction project to be completed. That includes the demolition of the state highway, the old State Highway 46 bridge, and the completion of the new one. The estimated completion date, though, is spring 2022. So we still got some ways to go there, but that is some good news. We are seeing some lanes reopening out there for our friends in Kendall County. And right here and back at home, the roads are still wide open and clear. So again, just drive safe. We'll continue to watch these roads closely, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Stephen.
Along with rotary phones, stick shift cars, and longhand penmanship cursive writing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to hear a teenager try to read cursive, like from, a letter from grandma, grandpa, something like that these days.
Yeah.
Stick shift.
Maybe if they taught it, it would, but anyway.
I can't remember which car. There's something new coming out, and they apparently can't keep up with the orders for stick shift.
Really?
People are like, we want that.
Like an actual manual transmission?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Well, maybe it will save you a lot on gas or something. I don't know. I hadn't heard about that. I have to look it up.
I don't know. I mean, because you keep it in lower gear to, go on.
Yeah. I don't know.
So, all right, beautiful picture there, and one of our usual contributors, Mr. Angamiller, over in Hondo. That was absolutely gorgeous out there. Thank you very much. Looks like a painting. All right, lots of clouds hanging around this morning, and then we'll have partly cloudy skies by later on this afternoon. Yesterday, we hit normal temperatures, average for this time of year, the 30-year average. We started off at 59 degrees and then made it up to 81. A lot of mid and upper 80s, couple of 90s, and definitely add to that later on today, and that is going to continue to be the trend. So now it's going to be more widespread mid and upper 80s. So anywhere 5 to 10 degrees above normal all around. Elmendorf going for 86, 84 at Stone Oak today. And yep, we're going to be dealing with a little bit of a heat index. Not much, I mean a degree or two above the actual air temperature, but that just means that your body doesn't cool itself as efficiently, and that's why it's going to be feeling like the upper 80s and low 90s, and that's going to be the situation throughout the rest of the week. Computer model, and this one shows that we have clouds in the morning, some partly cloudy skies in the afternoon, and that'll be the situation tomorrow as well. The clouds will break up just a little bit. There may be a disturbance trying to move through northern portions of the hill country late tomorrow night, early Friday. Kind of doubtful as of right now. A lot of cold air out there to the west of us and to the northwest of us, obviously in the higher elevations of the Rockies, but none of that is coming in our direction anytime soon. We've got more of a straight west to east flow in the atmosphere right now, and we don't get any of those big fronts moving on through here. And as it looks right now, not until maybe about this time next week, we'll see some sort of a stronger front moving on through. 78 degrees today at noon, partly cloudy skies. High temperature, we're going to make it up into the mid 80s. So again, 4, almost 5 degrees on the above normal side. Plenty of humidity out there. And the same thing tomorrow, Friday, but just add a couple of degrees each and every day. And we'll make it up in the upper 80s all the way through, pretty much all the way through the weekend. A few extra clouds around here for the weekend. A shower or two is possible, but that's about it. Yeah, nothing really significant as far as any rain chances as of right now. Perhaps by next week, a little bit better chance for some rain.
Okay,
maybe next week.
Keep fingers crossed.
We will.
522, 69 degrees.
And still ahead in your morning spotlight, a first look at Being the Ricardos with Nicole Kidman as Lucille Ball. Plus, Jamie Lee Curtis talks about her next Halloween movie.
Now to a sneak peek at a film about a comedy pioneer, and the star of Halloween Kills says just wait till the next movie.
Here's CNN's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
Roll sound. Let's do our show.
I get paid a fortune to do exactly what I love doing.
They got their money's worth. Pictures up.
I work side by side with my husband, who is genuinely impressed by me. And all I have to do to keep it is kill for 36 weeks in a row.
The first teaser is out for the I Love Lucy movie, Being the Ricardos, with Javier Bardem as Desi Arnaz and Nicole Kidman as Lucille Ball, including a brief shot of the iconic grape stomping scene. Being the Ricardos, written and directed by Aaron Sorkin, debuts in theaters on December 10th and on Amazon Prime Video December 21st.
A man couldn't have survived that fire.
Michael Myers is still on the rampage, helping Halloween Kills fill theaters with fans of the franchise. And if you thought this movie was scary, star Jamie Lee Curtis says just wait until the follow-up, Halloween Ends.
The last shot of the Halloween Ends movie is going to make people go insane.
Curtis and Michael Myers return in Halloween Ends, due out next October. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
So, does that give it away? Is Halloween Ends?
You never.
Does it?
I think you never know.
No guarantees in Hollywood.
Exactly.
527, about 69 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA, COVID-19 has taken a toll on students nationwide, but we're going to tell you about some new plans and ideas in the works to help get them back on track.
We have a special pet standing by, ready to go to a new home. Plus,
Go Spurs, go! Tip-off separate tonight, taking on the Magic. We got the ball, we're in the car, we're on the way to the stadium. Next stop, Spurs Court. We'll see you at 5:30.
This is more than just a pretty picture. This mural is actually a memorial. I'm Katrina Weber. I'll tell you more about the story behind it coming up.
making headlines this morning, details on new plans from the White House to get students back on track after dealing with COVID-19.
And taking a look outside with live cam, Mike said it would be here, and boy, it is here. The humidity is back.
Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, October 20th.
Thanks for joining us this morning. And exciting night tonight. We're going to be seeing the Spurs start their season officially. Very exciting.
That's right. The Magic are in town. We'll talk to Max coming up.
But for now, let's go ahead and check in with Mike about that nice humidity, right?
Yes. If you like humidity, you like the forecast. If you don't, well, it's going to be sticking around for a while. Looks like a plane is coming in for a landing there, heading down to the southeast, runway 14, and lots of clouds. It's not going to be yesterday. Of course, we could see the moon out there as it was starting to set, but it looks like it's going to be obscured by all the clouds. 69 degrees right now, so we are 10 degrees above normal. That dew point, which was hovering in the mid 50s at this time yesterday, is now in the mid 60s, which means a lot more humidity. Not much of a breeze out there right now. And we've got, even in the hill country, it's mid and upper 60s. Everybody is very consistent, a lot above normal, and that will continue to be the case all week long and going into the weekend. A little bit of fog is showing up around New Braunfels. Some is being reported at Seguin, more in Gonzales and Victoria. So just be on the lookout for some fog around this morning. Mold and ragweed are both on the low side, and throughout the rest of today, 78 at noon. More clouds this morning, kind of a mixture of sunshine and clouds later on today, sort of like what we had yesterday. And yep, up to 85 degrees, about 4 or 5 degrees above normal. And that trend is going to continue throughout the rest of the week into the weekend. Any fall in sight? Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority Stephen Cavazos, up to this point, has been fairly tranquil on the roads.
Peaceful. Peace on the roadways. Mike, at I-35 in New Braunfels, the traffic is light. 35 at Alamo. The same goes for the shot at TransGuide. Have not spotted any issues that are going to cause any delays for that early morning drive. So take a look around town. Again, pretty quiet morning. I like using the term tranquil traffic for this Wednesday. So that's some good news, especially if you're going to be heading out the door again in the next few moments. Not going to find any problems out there on the roads. As indicated right on our map, it's still green around town on 410 and 1604. But check out on 35. We do have a little bit of buildup there on those southbound lanes, and that is due to some construction that is going on right at FM 1103. We'll check in on that in just a moment. But for now, the inbound times are still pretty good, even if you're coming in from 35 in New Braunfels with just 30 minutes to the downtown San Antonio area. And it is green across the board, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it can stay that way. 22 minutes right now from Livonia on 87 and 29 on I-10 from Seguin. 28 minutes coming in from Floresville. One last look at TransGuide does show that tranquil traffic is getting going there at 35 at Eisenhower. So since it's been so calm, we'll get a chance to talk about gas prices coming up in the next few minutes. Mark, Stephanie?
Sounds good. Thank you, Stephen. New this morning, a suspected drunk driver is under arrest after leading Castle Hills police officers on a chase overnight. It started just before midnight around the Northwest Military Drive and Blanco Road area and ended near the Park North Shopping Center across from North Star Mall. Officers tell us at the end of the chase, the driver took out a tree, a light pole, and a fiber optics box before he came to a stop. Police arrested the driver on suspicion of DWI, possession of a controlled substance, and evading arrest.
Experts say COVID-19 has taken a toll on students nationwide, academically and mentally.
And as CNN's Britt Conway reports, there are some new plans and ideas in the works to help them get back on track.
Our students are in need right now.
In need
of mental health support. Doctors say kids were facing a mental health crisis before the pandemic, but now it's reached a critical point. Consider these stats from last year. A 24% increase in ER visits related to mental health for kids 5 to 11, and a 31% increase for kids 12 to 17. And 14% of parents reported increased behavior problems. The White House just released a plan to address students' mental health, honing in on 7 challenges to providing mental health support with a recommendation for each. Congress authorized more than $190 billion to help schools during the pandemic, and some of that money could be spent on mental health services.
As we reopen our schools, we must reimagine to make sure that social emotional well-being is a part of the programming and that we provide our educators with training on how to best support our students.
Many experts say part of that means making sure in-person learning is happening. Some schools are trying out a test-to-stay program. Kids who have been exposed to COVID-19 but show no symptoms get tested instead of being quarantined. If it's negative, they can go to school. If it's positive, they're sent home.
This is an example of what we want to see. We want to see an evolution of strategies, and we want to make sure that we're providing the best opportunities for our students to learn. They've suffered a lot.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
President Joe Biden is telling House Democrats they need to get rid of or reduce several key items from the social safety net bill. The revised plan would no longer include 2 years of tuition-free community college. Multiple sources say he's informed progressives in the party that cuts are necessary for the legislation to pass. The president has highlighted the free college proposal in speeches across the country for months. The revised bill would also end the child tax credit after another year. Compared to the original plan, it would provide less money for home care and fewer weeks of paid leave. According to sources, Biden says the measure still would expand Medicare to cover hearing, dental, and vision.
A unique Vincent van Gogh painting is soon expected to sell for up to $30 million. Van Gogh created the painting known as Wheat Stacks in 1888. The watercolor of a harvest scene has not been seen in public since 1905. According to Christie's auction house, the Nazis stole it from a private collection during their occupation of France. The artwork is expected to be auctioned off on November 11th at Christie's in New York City.
5:36, about 69 degrees.
And still ahead, Google is showing off its new smartphone lineup with its first custom-made chip.
And Max Massey standing by to talk about the Spurs season opener tonight. Max, good morning.
Good morning, guys. What a dream. We are back here on the Spurs court. Whew, what a morning. We're going to have everything you need to know to start the season. Tip off tonight.
We look forward to it, Max, and we're so glad you're indoors shooting hoops because it's humid out there. We'll be right back.
Just about 5:40, go Spurs go. It's the day so many of us have been waiting for. The regular season tips off tonight.
And Max Massey is starting the morning on the court out here. So, Max, what's the outlook?
We hear that the Spurs are young this year. We got some youth on the court, including you, Max.
You know, it's a crazy situation, Mark, where I would be really the oldest person on the team. Mind-blowing, to be honest. But no, it is an awesome outlook. I'm not usually very optimistic, but there's been a lot of hate going on. We had the USA Today article saying that the Spurs were the least watchable team in the NBA. So many gripes with that. We have youth. We have energy. We have a defense. We heard from Jakob Poeltl over the offseason saying that defense is going to be one of his focuses. Guys, DeJounte, Derek White, Keldon Johnson, the now Olympian. Such an exciting time. Tip-off starts tonight. Taking on the Magic, which I don't know if there's a lot of Magic fans in our viewing area. They're terrible. They're really not good. So, a lot of optimism for tonight. Let's see. One of the big problems, last season at least, was the threes. As our director, Robert Flowers, has been saying, I've been shooting around today, and I've missed so much I can build a house with my bricks. So let's see.
Go, Max.
There we go. Actually kind of close.
We'll see, but don't worry, guys. We're going to be here throughout the morning. We're going to throw some stats at you. We're going to drop some players' names. We're going to have everything you need to know if you plan to go to the game tonight or throughout the season. And, of course, go Spurs, go, Mark and Stephanie.
Yes, we're very excited. Thank you, Max.
Thank you, Max. Right now, 5:41, about 69 degrees.
And coming up next, the Animal Defense League is standing by with a fun new pet there, ready to go home with you.
Well, there's the perfect example that, yes, gray, white hair is very distinguished. Oh, who is that little baby,
This
Michelle?
is our handsome old man. So this is Kobe. He's a 9-year-old dachshund who was surrendered to us about 2 weeks ago. He had some really rough teeth going on. He has received all his needed medical care and dental, and now he's ready to find his next home to live out the rest of his days.
And 9 years old. And, you know, with a smaller breed like that, still got lots of good years in him. So.
Absolutely. He's got a little pep in his step. He does seem to be pretty potty trained too, which is always great, you know, and you can still teach an old dog new tricks.
There you go. And maybe not the best dog for little kids in the house, you know, a lot of running around or anything like that. But boy, if you just want somebody that's going to kind of plop on the couch, sit on your lap like that, watch TV,
He's
you know,
the
just
one for
enjoy.
you. Yes, absolutely.
Go for a little leisurely stroll in the afternoon. Perfect. So what do y'all got going on?
So we are continuing to celebrate the Halloween spirit along with our partners at the San Antonio Zoo. So for the entire month of October, we would like to just remind everybody that we are going to be offering 2 Zoo tickets for every adoption that we have throughout the rest of the month, thanks to our partners at the zoo.
Okay.
So you can go and enjoy with your family and maybe your new puppers.
Indeed. And don't forget about the Paul Jolly Center, which is right across from the zoo, or head on out to Nacogdoches, 11300, or just give them a call at 655-1481. Thank you, dear.
In your morning consumer headlines, watch out, Apple and Samsung. Google is unveiling its new Pixel 6 phone with a custom-made chip. So the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro use Google's new in-house processor called Tensor. The company says it lets them operate 80% faster than the Pixel 5 models. The phones run on Android 12 and Google's biggest software update in years. Their batteries can last almost 2 days. Apple and Samsung already make their own chips. Google's launch comes a day after Apple revealed its new MacBook Pro and AirPods. Today, Samsung is holding a press event.
A crucial test for Boeing's Starliner spacecraft has been pushed back to 2022. The aerospace giant says Starliner still faces a long road ahead before it'll be ready to fly astronauts. The company working on a propulsion system issue identified just hours before Starliner was supposed to launch for an uncrewed test flight back in August. NASA and Boeing said the test flight's now slated for mid-22. Starliner is years behind its planned entry to service. It's a bad look for Boeing, especially since SpaceX has already completed development and testing of its own crewed spacecraft.
And at last check at those cameras, things looked pretty good. Dare I say there's a lot of green on the screen, Stephen?
Traffic's so light, it feels right. Taking a look at TransGuide, it's been pretty quiet throughout the morning. We have not spotted any issues so far. We don't want to jinx it just yet, but I-10 at Frio does show a few folks out there right now, especially at I-10 at Proban. Again, a few people getting out there, getting their morning started early with us. They're not going to encounter any problems, at least in this next few minutes, especially if you're going to be heading out the door. But right now, yeah, green on the screen, although we still do have this spot of red right there off I-35 southbound, right at FM 1103, where construction is still going on there. We're hoping that they can be done at a pretty good time because obviously as we get closer to 6 a.m., more people are going to be getting out the door and they're going to be traveling down 35, which is a heavily traveled route. So yeah, keeping our fingers crossed that does not impact the traffic there. But taking a look right now at these gas prices, it is Wednesday, so we like to look at this halfway through the week. Right now, AAA does report the average gas price in Bexar County is $2.93. Around the state, we're looking at $3, and around the country, $3.35. Now that is up a whole nickel there around the country, and the main culprit behind this is a surge in crude oil prices, which is right now $80 a barrel. So that is causing the steep in these gas prices. So if you're heading to the gas pump in the next few minutes, you may not find that relief anytime soon, but right now the roads are looking like you'll find some relief there. It's pretty quiet so far, and of course that's some good news as we get the new day started, guys.
Very good news. Thank you, Stephen.
Mike is here with more of a grand parade of cirrus clouds.
Oh, that's very, very nice. Yeah, a lot of high clouds yesterday. We had some of those mid-level puffier clouds, but a lot of the moisture loft in the atmosphere. And it's always great just looking at them, seeing the shapes that those things form. It was very beautiful yesterday, and we're going to have a lot of high-level moisture around today, as well as some of those mid-level clouds. We got a lot of clouds, obviously, hanging out there, looking off to the northwest. We're not seeing the moon this morning like we saw yesterday, and it is full today, by the way. And there's all the cloudiness and all the moisture, which is coming on in here pretty much from two different directions, from the surface, or down at the surface from the Gulf of Mexico, and then aloft in the atmosphere, we've got all the moisture coming in from the southwest, and that will continue to be the case for the next couple of days. All right, dew point temperatures, the measure moisture in the atmosphere, and this is how you figure out relative humidity, are up again compared to yesterday, and even yesterday was up from the previous day. Of course, we had those, upper 40s over the weekend, but nope, not this morning. We're about 20 degrees warmer this morning than what we were just a few days ago, and the humidity and dew point temperatures are going to be staying way, way up there in the mid and upper 60s, so you will notice it. So here's what's going on. We've got the high, which is pretty much dominating things. There's a lot of activity up in the northern part of the country, but nothing is really coming down here. So we've got this sort of, as we call it, zonal pattern, which means everything is pretty much moving straight west to east around the country. And that's going to stay this situation throughout the weekend and then going into next week. Now, a couple different features. This computer model has a low trying to move on in here from the Pacific Ocean, which is kind of a tropical low that would move on in and give us some rain by Tuesday, and then it would pull a front through here by Wednesday and Thursday with another chance for some rain. So two different long-range computer models. Here's the one, excuse me, just showed. This one has that rain coming in here, and this would be Monday and late Monday into Tuesday, and that would move up into the western portion of our viewing area and come across then Tuesday into Wednesday. Now, a different long-range computer model has nothing really, has that staying down in Mexico and not really affecting us, just some extra clouds around here. So that's what we are dealing with as of right now. It is a kind of a wait and see type situation, depending on what would happen potentially with that tropical system down there in the Pacific Ocean. 78 degrees, partly cloudy skies today at noon. High temperature makes it up to 85, partly cloudy skies. And over the next couple of days, we are going to be seeing more humidity. Temperatures warm up a couple of degrees each and every day. A few more clouds around this weekend, maybe a stray shower or two. Not really banking on any rain as of yet for Tuesday. Again, we have to wait and see what happens with that. This is not an unusual situation where long-range computer models completely disagree on things like that. Hopefully, we get a front moving through by the latter part of next week.
Hope so.
I say with a question in my voice, because
we heard the question mark.
Well, we can hope. It may happen.
It is fall, but I'll leave it there.
It's okay.
551, about 69 degrees.
And coming up next, we're going to tell you about an amazing and historic treasure found at the bottom of the sea where it's been waiting for 900 years.
Here are lottery numbers. Pick 3, 529, Fireball 5. Daily 4 numbers 3352, Fireball 3.
Cash 5, 1, 3, 10, 19, 25. And your Mega Millions 3, 12, 13, 19, 52. Mega Ball 1, Mega Plier 3. Good luck.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, we have the latest from Washington on the news breaking overnight. The House committee investigating the January 6th insurrection, voting unanimously to hold one of former President Trump's closest allies, Steve Bannon, in criminal contempt. You'll see that and so much more coming up right here on GMA.
An incredible discovery made at the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea is captivating historians the world over. A 900-year-old sword encrusted by marine life was found on the sea floor off the coast of Israel. It was discovered by amateur scuba diver Shlomi Katzin during a weekend dive that yielded multiple historical artifacts. The sword was turned over to government authorities for examination. They believe it is made of iron and that it was perfectly preserved in its watery grave. They also say they believe the nearly millennium-old sword was once owned by a Crusader knight. The country's Antiquities Authority plans to eventually put the age-old sunken treasure on display for public viewing. Another discovery was made on a busy Texas highway, this one less historic, but more heartwarming. Fort Worth police officers responded to reports of a kitten stranded on the shoulder of a busy interstate. They found the tiny animal terrified and backed into a storm drain grate and pulled it to safety. They were able to calm the kitty down and took it to a local animal care shelter. They later posted the vid to Facebook asking locals to vote on a name for the kitten. The choices were Freeway, Lucky, Highway, Alexander the Great, and Hitch. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
A reminder, KSAT Community will be hosting a phone bank later today dedicated to helping domestic violence survivors get the resources that can help. If you or someone you know has any questions, we'll be holding the phone bank from 5 to 7 p.m. We'll have that number on air and online later today on KSAT.com. San Antonio's downtown streets set to host the city's next holiday event. The Zombie Walk will take place the day before Halloween. 5,000 participants are expected to dress up and haunt the area for a few hours. This year's event is 80s themed. We have a link to tickets for Zombie Walk on KSAT.com. Still ahead on GMSA at 6. A man is dead this morning after being hit by a car on the northwest side. We'll tell you what else we know. And Bexar County Sheriff's deputies need your help finding a man they believe is involved in a stabbing incident in West Bexar County. We have some video of that suspect on the run. And TransGuide Loop 410 at Broadway looking really good right now. A whole bunch of headlines coming right at the screen right now. We'll check back in with Steven and revisit your midweek forecast with Mike. Stick around.
Good morning, San Antonio. Oh my goodness, that was horrible. Hopefully the Spurs are better shooters than I am. Big game tonight, regular season tips off. We have a full preview coming up.
The San Antonio Police Department is searching for a suspect involved in crashing into this Southside home. Details coming up next.
Houston, we have a series. The Astros bounced back in a big way against the Red Sox in Game 4 of the ALCS. We've got a recap.
And taking a look outside with live cam this morning, we're starting at 69 degrees, and just be aware, it's a little humid out there.
Live from KSAT 12. Good morning, San Antonio starts right now.
Morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, the 20th.
Thanks for joining us today, and I hope you enjoyed this past weekend and Monday, because the humidity is back.
Yeah, and it went from a little to a lot this morning. You'll definitely notice it out there. Mike Ostrade's joining us here live in the studio with more. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Yes, it is definitely, you walk outside and there's no, thinking twice about it. It's like, it's humid. So if you like humidity, you love the forecast, because it is going to be sticking around for the next few days. Temperatures are way, way above what you would expect. What the normal is the average temperature. We're at 70 right now. Stinson 69 at the airport. Kelly and Randolph is at 67 degrees right now. A little bit of fog is showing up around New Braunfels, and then heading out I-10. A lot more fog. Gonzales has now dropped to 3/4 of a mile, just a quarter mile visibility at LaGrange. So pretty much along 35, 37 east of there is where you're going to be on the lookout. And, even around town, a lot of times Stinson and Randolph tend to get foggy a little sooner than other spots in the metropolitan area. So just be on the lookout for the next couple of hours. Mold and ragweed are both on the low side. The updated count's going to be coming out in about, say, an hour and a half. Temperatures will stay pretty steady throughout the rest of the morning. A lot of clouds this morning, a patch or two of fog, and then we'll have partly cloudy skies by later on this afternoon. A lot of those high wispy clouds out there again, sort of that milky shade of the sky. 78 at noon, and we top off. Yesterday was 81. Add to that about 4, almost 5 degrees up into the mid 80s later on today, and that trend will continue through the rest of the week. Any great rain chances? Any fall out there? Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority Stephen Cavazos. Boy, it has been, if I say it's been easy going, that's going to jinx it.
Yeah, but you know what? I think we already broke our luck right here, Mike. You can see there's some flashing lights right behind me, and right at 6 a.m. we are starting to see some problems popping up on the roadways. Now, this is a crash that was detected off of Loop 410 northbound. This is a camera at I-10 east at Loop 410. You can see from that shot at TransGuide, we do have some flashing lights out there, and an 18-wheeler. I just talked to our friends over at TransGuide. There was a separate one on the scene. They were telling me that this is a minor crash, so thankfully it's not going to be blocking any of the lanes out there. But right now, let's take a look at our map, see how things are shaping up. Again, that crash detected right at Loop 410 northbound at I-10. Still early enough to where it's not causing a big issue with traffic delays, but we are seeing some buildup there along the northbound lanes of 410, but that's pretty normal at this hour. Another spot that we are watching is over here off I-35 southbound at FM 1103, where the construction has been causing a stretch of delays out there, with traffic right now moving now at just 29 miles per hour. So keep in mind, 35, obviously a heavily traveled route, so make sure you are planning accordingly, because this could impact the morning drive time to the downtown San Antonio area. But other than that, it has been calm, and we don't want to jinx it on the roads right now. Again, that crash we're going to continue to watch, but those inbound times are looking still pretty green across the board. You can see right now Pleasant Drive from Pleasanton on 37, 28 minutes to the downtown San Antonio area, 16 minutes coming in from Lytle on 35, and 18 minutes coming in from Highway 90 from Castroville. But again, we will keep our eyes on this crash. Looks like it is now clearing out, and our friends over at TransGuide showing us a different shot there. We'll continue to watch these roads closely and keep an eye on that construction out on 35. Mark, Stephanie.
Thank you, sir. New this morning, a terrifying wake-up call for a family down on the south side after a driver went through their home.
Jonathan Cotto just arrived at the scene and joins us now live. Good morning, Jonathan. What can you tell us so far?
Good morning, Stephanie. San Antonio Police Department is searching for the suspect that crashed into this home and then managed to quickly take off. But this is what that scene looked like earlier this morning. Police responded to this house on Fair Avenue near I-37 on the south side just shortly after 1 o'clock this morning. They say the driver of a black Charger crashed directly into the house, causing significant damage. Police tell us there was 2 people inside the home, but luckily no injuries were reported. Now, Mark, Stephanie, the driver of that black Charger did manage to take off, but of course this case remains under investigation. Reporting from the south side, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
The Bexar County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding a suspect in a stabbing. You're about to look at video taken yesterday over on Hidden Terrace in West Bexar County, outside Loop 1604. The man on your screen believed to be involved in the incident. Deputies say a man told them he was on his morning walk when he was attacked by a man wearing a black and white T-shirt with a bandana covering his face. The victim was taken to a hospital with stab wounds and is expected to be okay. If you know anything about this incident or this person, call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP.
A man is in jail for aggravated kidnapping with a deadly weapon. Kerr County Sheriff's Office reporting that 28-year-old Adrian Ornelas from Kerrville is accused of kidnapping a woman who managed to escape. They first found out about the case 3 days ago. Investigators tracked down that suspect to an address in Bexar County and made an arrest after a standoff lasting several hours.
In Syria overnight, state television there says 2 roadside bombs exploded near a bus carrying troops in the Syrian capital of Damascus, killing 14 people. The attack was the deadliest in Damascus in years, a rare event since government forces captured suburbs formerly held by insurgents in Syria's decade-long conflict. Reports showed the blast happened during their morning rush hour when people were headed to work and school. Syria's conflict that began in March of 2011 has left more than 350,000 people dead and displaced half of Syria's population.
A House committee investigating the January 6th Capitol insurrection has voted unanimously to hold former White House aide Steve Bannon in contempt of Congress. The longtime ally of former President Donald Trump defied a subpoena for documents and testimony. Trump is still defending his supporters who broke into the Capitol that day. He has aggressively tried to block the committee's work by directing Bannon to not answer questions, while also suing the panel to try to prevent Congress from obtaining former White House documents.
Back here at home, a multi-million-dollar plan to expand San Antonio International Airport. The 20-year plan is called The Plan You Deserve. San Antonio's Aviation Department says accommodating the city's projected growth will be in mind. City officials say on average the number of passengers the airport has per year is about 10 million. By 2040, it's expected to grow by 15 million or more per year. Total price tag for this project somewhere between $800 and $950 million. And it will include a new Terminal C. Passenger fees, FAA funds, and airport bonds and grants will help pay for the project. Right now, it is 6:07, about 69 degrees.
Could Facebook be changing its name? Still ahead on GMSA. Details on the social media giant's plans for a rebrand.
Good morning, guys. Let's go, finally. Took me long enough. We're going to be live on the Spurs court all morning long. I'm so excited, I can't even talk. We're going to have a full season breakdown, preview, coming up after the break.
We'll get to Max in a few minutes, but first, the Astros bounced back in Boston last night. Game 4 of the ALCS thanks to Jose Altuve's tying home run in the 8th inning and Houston's 7 home runs in the 9th. The final from Fenway. Astros win it 9-2. So now Astros, Red Sox all tied up at 2 games apiece. Game 5 set for this afternoon at 4:08 in Boston. The series will shift back to Houston for Game 6. Well done, Astros.
Not bad, not bad. And taking a look outside with live cam, we're starting your day at 69 degrees, and we're going to be in the 80s later on. We'll be checking in with Mike soon. And Black will open their season tonight against the Orlando Magic.
And perhaps no one is more excited than our Max Massey. He got kicked out of Sixers practice yesterday and is joining us live now from the AT&T Center to get us ready for game night. Good morning, Max.
Yes, Mark, great work. Just great work. No. So while the Ben Simmons drama is happening in Philadelphia, it is calm, cool, and collected here in San Antonio. I got to say, all the young guns, the young guys on the team, we talk about the youth movement, chip on the shoulder. There's a lot of haters out there, guys. I got to say, Keldon Johnson, Derek White, DeJounte Murray, Jakob Poeltl, and all the new guys, whew, I'm excited for this season. There's been some reports out there. I don't want to throw shade at USA Today, but they said the Spurs could be the least watchable team in the NBA. Shenanigans. Because we have youth, we have depth, we have defense, we have energy, and I'm excited. Personally, if you can't tell already, real excited throughout the morning. Hopefully, these guys are better shooters than me. I did just tweet out, I will make a shot live on TV because I'm just going to, keep shooting until I do. We got a lot of time. Don't worry. Sorry, Steven. Hit the photog Steven. Who, Steven Chavez, if you didn't know, was just making buckets in the break. Whatever. So, tonight, tip-off, 7:30, taking on the Magic here at the AT&T Center. Very exciting time for the Spurs. I got a prediction for everyone. Spurs are going to win by like 15.
Okay, cool.
Spurs by 15 over the Magic.
I like it.
Again.
We heard it. We didn't see it. Did you make that one?
Did you make it?
That was, yeah. That was nothing but net. That was it.
Sure.
I airballed. It was really embarrassing.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. I got it. I did say, so shout out to our producer, Carlo, because he was like, you have a lot of time. I told him we're going to try a half-court shot.
Max is like, I need it.
So,
you haven't made it from near the arc. Why are you going to midcourt?
Shh. Relax. We got
Relax, Mark.
This is it.
He makes this one.
Oh
man, that was actually close.
Oh, that was actually close. There's all the shade today, Mark. Don't worry. We got a lot more to talk about. We're going to break down some of the player stats, some of the young guys you should be excited about. The reasons to be in the stands, so many reasons actually, a little preview. Tonight, Texas Southern, their marching band is going to be here. It's going to be a homecoming for the ages. We're going to have a full preview coming up at 6:30. Until then, I'm going to work here at half court, Mark.
Okay.
All right.
Max, USA Today is reporting this morning you are the most watched free throw misser.
Oh. we'll check back with you.
I'm like a 75% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
You'll get it next time.
All right. Play well with others. Don't be like Ben Simmons, okay? Thank you very much, Max Massey, our in-house Sixers fan.
Bye, Mark.
He's done. Walking away. Take one more shot real quick, Max. Come on.
Just
one
out.
more.
I got to practice.
One more.
Come on.
All right, one more. All right. Let's see.
All right.
That's cold. Ooh.
Oh, man.
No. It came back to me, though.
Okay.
All right. This is it. I can feel this one.
Max.
Wait.
Nope. Don't take the camera away. Don't look at that one. That one didn't count.
It's
we got
too much
time.
pressure with the
6:30.
camera.
I'm making it.
All right.
I promise.
Okay. 6:30.
No, there's no pressure.
If Max makes it, it'll be late breaking news, and we will let you know. We have many newscasts today, so if he's still there at 6 p.m. tonight, you know how it's going.
Max is actually a good player. I think it's the pressure of the camera.
He's got game. He is feeling a lot of pressure, and I'm sorry for that, Max.
That's okay. Let's go ahead and check in with Stephen Cavazos. We took a little bit of time away from you, but
No, that's fine. I was having a great time watching Max, and I will say he is a great hype man. So, shout out to him. I know he may not be making the free throws, but he's great at hyping us all up here.
Yes.
35 at BAMC. Back to the roads. Things are quiet, so Max had plenty of time to talk about basketball. Traffic has been light, so we don't have a lot to really talk about here. You can see a few shots that TransGuide does show. It's getting a little bit busier, but nothing too bad at this moment. But make sure that you're checking those vehicles. A stall detected there off Loop 410 eastbound at Babcock was reported, so not causing any issues as you just saw from those shots at TransGuide. It is still pretty quiet this morning on the roadways. Another spot that we are keeping our eyes on is still right here off 35 southbound at FM 1103. This is not a quiet spot. Traffic moving at 9 miles per hour now, so this is causing some big delays. I will work with our friends over at TransGuide to see if we can get a shot to find out how things are looking out there, but overall it has been quiet here in the morning. We did have that crash off I-10 or 410 northbound at I-10 that is cleared out, and it is not causing any issues right now, and the roads are pretty quiet. So again, we'll be keeping a close eye on things, and we'll try to get you that shot at TransGuide on 35 southbound right at FM 1103 in the next few minutes, guys.
Thank you,
Dear
Steve.
Max, love you, bro. Didn't mean it. Good luck. Oh, hi. Okay.
Well, like you said, at least from the top of the key, give yourself a slight bit of an advantage.
He's going to make it.
Yeah.
He is going to make it. That is certain.
He has in the past.
What's going to come first?
The
Max
chicken or the
making
egg?
that shot from half court or the next front?
The shot from half court.
Yeah, the shot from half. I'm with you, Steve.
Well, the next big front probably not coming until next week, so maybe that's when Max for anyway. I'm not dogging his basketball skills. So, all right, we have got. Why did my graphic there shift? Here, let's go to. Wrong. Oh, I've got the wrong show. See, I was watching Max. Let me do this. Okay, my apologies.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Hey, pay no attention to the man. Let me do this one because we got the little bus that's got to slide on in here, and we'll do all that. So, all right.
There you go.
Take two. Yeah, Max is going to make a shot out there. So, and now we've got the little bus working its way across here. And there's Max in the back with the basketball.
With the basketball.
Right about there. So, temperature is going to be staying in the upper 60s and even some low 70s this morning, and then later on we're going to be up into the low to mid 80s. So right after school, 82 degrees, but it'll continue to warm up from there up into the mid 80s for a high temperature. Beautiful full moon today, and oh my goodness gracious, it is gorgeous. I don't think we're seeing too much of it. Yesterday we could see the moon setting, but nope, too many clouds around here. And Old Farmer's Almanac from Native American Indian lore, it is called the full hunter's moon. Of course, this was time for hunting and gathering up provisions and stocking up supplies for the upcoming winter. It's also called falling leaves moon, freezing moon, ice moon. By Halloween, it is going to be the waning crescent. So we should just have a nice little sliver of a moon out there for Halloween, which will look pretty cool, though. We've got a lot of clouds hanging around here this morning, of course. Yesterday, 81 degrees. And a lot of mid 80s yesterday, a couple of 90s, and then add to that today. So again, eventually we're going to have a high temperature up to 85 later on. And again, a lot of upper 80s and even low 90s out there. That's going to be the case all around the metropolitan area. And we will have somewhat of a heat index to deal with as well. Not much, but enough. It's not going to be like what we had over the weekend where it actually felt cooler than what the air temperature was because the air was so dry. And this humidity is going to be sticking around through, well, not only the next couple of days, but also in through the weekend. So we'll keep these dew point temperatures well up into the 60s all the way across the board in through the weekend. So we've got this high down here, which is pretty much dominating things for us. Low is moving across up to the north, but all this is going to be staying well up there to the north of us. We've got this basically zonal air pattern, which means these upper level wind lines move straight west to east, which keeps all the storm systems up there to the north. We don't get any big substantial changes around here at all, and that'll be the case in through the weekend. There is some thinking, and this particular computer model has this low that's going to try and move on in here by perhaps Tuesday. Jury's still out on that one because that's the only one. This is the only computer model that has that. So we'll just be on the lookout to see if that decides to change. But then another more significant front could be moving through here by Wednesday, Thursday of next week, about the time Max makes that shot from half court. So I'm kidding. 78 degrees today at noon, partly cloudy skies, and then a high temperature today up to 85. Again, partly cloudy skies, a lot of mid-high clouds out there today. Same thing next few days, although temperatures will continue to go up a few degrees. So we're going to be pretty much, upper 80s across the board, and then a shower or two is possible by the weekend.
Mike says, haha, we like to have fun here. Tell Mike it's coming.
Okay.
Okay.
He's listening.
621, about 69 degrees.
Those the next cold front sometime.
Oh my goodness. And still ahead on GMSA, details behind Facebook's big rebranding plan.
KSAT 12 presents another Day of the Dead story. Building the Ofrenda. Brought to you by Toyota.
Ofrenda means offering, and on November 1st, these altars welcome back our loved ones to the world of the living. They're built with many pieces and parts, and each of them has a specific purpose. Water is one of nature's 4 elements, and after a spirit's long journey back to the world of the living, they may be thirsty. So leaving out a pitcher and a glass of water is a nice touch. It can be placed on the altar's second level beside your other offerings. A clean soul is a happy soul, so your loved one may want to wash up. Many ofrendas will also include a basin, mirror, and a bar of soap. In this case, they're placed on the bottom level with other elements of purification. When I build my ofrenda, I make sure that I pour the water in a beautiful glass or cup, just as I would for any other special guest entering my home.
Why hide your skin if Dupixent has your moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis under control?
Hide my skin? Not me.
By hitting eczema where it counts, Dupixent helps heal your skin from within, keeping you one step ahead of eczema. And that means long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief for adults.
Hide my skin? Not me.
By helping to control eczema with Dupixent, you can show more with less eczema. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. When you help heal your skin from within, you can change how your skin looks and feels. And that's the kind of change you notice. Talk to your eczema specialist about Dupixent, a breakthrough eczema treatment.
In today's Tech Bites, Facebook reportedly planning to rebrand itself with a new name. It could be unveiled any day now. Mark Zuckerberg recently told The Verge that Facebook is transitioning from a social media company to what he calls a metaverse company, and it's been focusing on new technology.
And time now is 6:25, and it's about 69 degrees out there.
Still ahead on GMSA, the very latest on that fiery plane crash outside of Houston. All of those passengers somehow made it out alive. We'll update you on the investigation.
And a man is dead this morning after he was hit by a car on the northwest side. These stories and more after the break.
TransGuide is here with flashing lights, 410 at Callahan. Traffic appears to be slowing in that area. We'll find out if that's main lanes or frontage road with Steven coming up.
Oh, stand by. Whew. All right, good morning. So throughout the morning, we've been trying to hit half-court shots. This is it. Let's see it. That was not very good at all. Either way, we're going to be live here throughout the morning, giving you a full preview of the Spurs season and what you need to know if you plan to come to the games.
Yeah, season opener tonight. I hope that's not foreshadowing of any game. I really
it's good luck. It's good luck.
It's good luck. Okay.
Yes,
all right.
yes,
That's
yes.
the way we're going to look at it. Outside with live cam, humidity is back in a big way. If you do the math, we've been adding about 10 degrees to our morning lows. Mike will have more coming up. Good morning, everybody. We made it to midweek. It is game day season opener. It's Wednesday, the 20th.
Yeah, happy Wednesday. I'm very excited about the Spurs officially starting their season. I'll be joining Max really at the AT&T Center, but tonight. So hopefully Max will have his free throw in by then.
Hopefully
yes.
so. So it's good. Steph's going to the game tonight. That in itself is a good luck charm. Mike is here with our forecast.
I laugh at Max. I couldn't do any better. So
No,
neither
it's
could I.
actually hard.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very difficult.
I would collapse on the floor even making one shot.
Touche to that. So
No.
obviously Steph did not get the medium gray suit memo this morning. So.
No, sorry about that.
Look like a couple of Bopsy twins over here. So anyway, a lot of clouds hanging around, and boy, the humidity is definitely back. You know, yesterday it was like, okay, is it kind of humid out there? No, there's no question about it this morning. 69 degrees. We are about 10 above normal, 2 points at 66. So that means when you get above 60 on that number, that means, yep, it is humid out there and a little bit of a breeze out of the east to southeast. We do have some fog, not bad in the metropolitan area, up around New Braunfels, just a hint of it, but head out 10 and you're going to run into a whole bunch of fog. Gonzales, just 3/4 of a mile visibility, the Grange at a 1/4 mile. So we'll have to watch it. And as we head in toward sunrise and right after that, we'll probably continue to see more of this fog and even getting thicker in a couple of places. So just be on the lookout for that. Low amounts of mold and ragweed. And throughout the rest of today, it's just warm and humid this morning, and it's going to be warm and humid, partly cloudy, mid-80s later on today. But you can actually add a degree or two with the heat index. Yep, we're still talking about that. Warmer throughout the rest of the week, tomorrow and Friday, and the humidity will still be sticking around here, and that's going to be the case into the weekend. A shower or two is possible this weekend. I really wouldn't count on it, though. And as far as any fall weather, another front moving through, perhaps late next week. That would be about the soonest as it looks right now. Details in the weekend forecast coming up. Traffic Authority, Stephen Cavazos. What's the latest, sir?
Well, we do have this stalled vehicle off Loop 410 at Callahan. Looks like traffic is picking up there, Mike. As you can see, those flashing lights indicate that we do have a KSAT Hero truck out there right now that we're working to assist that driver. Mark had mentioned we were trying to clarify if this was on the frontage road or on the main lanes. Looks like this is on the shoulder right now, so it's not impacting traffic that much, but obviously we know more folks are getting out there this morning. So let's go ahead and pinpoint it on the map, find out exactly where that is. That is off Loop 410 eastbound right at Babcock Road. But as you can see, although we did spot a lot of traffic out there, the lanes are still pretty green, so that's some good news. But just make sure whenever you see those flashing lights to move over or slow down. That is the law. But we really want to bring your attention up here to I-35 southbound at FM 1103. This has turned to be a problem spot this morning. Right now, construction is leading traffic to at just 7 miles per hour, so not very fast. Pack that patience with a cup of coffee because it is going to be a while before you get to the downtown San Antonio area, especially if you are traveling in from 35 in New Braunfels. Check this out, 47 minutes coming in from that area. Now that's unusual for this time. Usually we see a little bit of green across the board with some slowdowns in Lavernia, but right now it looks like New Braunfels on 30 coming in from 35 is going to be the problem spot this morning. That's something we will continue to watch here in the traffic lab. Just make sure you keep your eyes on the road and we'll give you all those updates throughout the morning. Mark, Stephanie.
Thanks, Stephen. New this morning, terrifying moments for a family down on the south side after a driver went through their home.
Jonathan Cotto is live at the scene right now. And Jonathan, what can you tell us so far?
Well, Stephanie, the scene has since cleared, but San Antonio Police Department is searching for the driver that crashed into this home and managed to quickly take off. Information is limited at this time, but this is what we know so far. Police responded to this home on Fair Avenue, located near I-37 on the south side, shortly after 1 o'clock this morning. They say the driver of a black Charger crashed directly into this house, causing significant damage. Police tell us there was 2 people inside the home, but luckily no injuries were reported. Now, Mark, Stephanie, again, the driver of that black Charger did, surprisingly enough, manage to drive away, but of course, this case remains under investigation. Reporting from the south side, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
All right, thank you, Jonathan. New this morning, San Antonio police say a deadly crash shut down a portion of Bandera Road late last night. So it happened around 10 p.m. near Broadview Drive, just south of Callahan Road. Police say that a man was on Bandera Road when a driver hit him with their car. The victim was rushed to the hospital where he later died. The driver did stay and try to help and is not expected to face charges.
Also new this morning, a suspected drunk driver in jail after leading Castle Hills police on a chase overnight. Started just before midnight near Northwest Military in Blanco and ended near the Park North Shopping Center right there next to North Star Mall. Officers say the driver took out a tree, a light pole, and a cable box before coming to a stop. Police arrested the driver on suspicion of DWI, possession of a controlled substance, and evading arrest.
A private jet with 21 people on board veers off a runway near Houston and burst into flames.
As Sophia Ojeda from our sister station KPRC in Houston reports, all passengers and crew managed to leave that plane safely.
Massive flames and large clouds of smoke billowed into the sky after this passenger plane skidded off the runway into a fence at the Houston Executive Airport in Brookshire. Miraculously, no one killed or seriously hurt.
This is actually a day of celebration for a lot of people, not only for the passengers and crew, but for this community.
DPS officials tell KPRC2 the plane attempted to take off around 10 a.m. when it skidded off the runway about 500 feet, crashed into a fence, but never never left the ground. 21 people, including a 10-year-old child, were able to get off the plane, had already made it to safety when the plane burst into flames.
We're not sure really why it caught on fire. Not sure if it was because it hit the structure, but we are waiting on the FAA, and they're going to be able to give us more information on the particulars of the actual crash.
People who work nearby lost power and came outside to see the smoke over the horizon.
We came out, we saw smoke over the trees over there, pretty thick smoke.
Emergency responders from all across the area came in to help. They were able to get to the plane because of a dirt road nearby.
A plane that doesn't make a landing on the runway like it should, we're always expecting the worst but hoping for the best, and today we absolutely positively got the best outcome we could hope for.
And that was KPRC's Sophia Ojeda reporting. The National Transportation Safety Board will lead the investigation into the crash. The Federal Aviation Administration will assist.
Turning to the coronavirus and the classroom, doctors say kids were facing a mental health crisis before the pandemic, but now it's reached a critical point.
Experts cite a 24% increase in ER visits last year related to mental health for kids ages 5 to 11, and a 31% increase for kids ages 12 to 17. The White House just released a plan to address students' mental health, focusing on several challenges to providing mental health support with a recommendation for each. Congress authorized more than $190 billion to help schools during the pandemic, some of which could go towards mental health services.
Some schools also trying out a test to stay program for kids who have been exposed to COVID but show no symptoms. They get tested instead of being put in quarantine. If it's negative, they can go to school. If it's positive, they are sent home.
And a reminder, KSAT Community will be hosting a phone bank today dedicated to helping domestic violence survivors get the resources that can help. If you or someone you know has any questions, we will be holding the phone bank between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. We have that number listed on air and online later today on KSAT.com.
638, about 69 degrees.
This is more than just a pretty picture. This mural is actually a memorial. I'm Katrina Weber. I'll tell you more about the story behind it coming up.
Good morning, guys. I know Mike and Mark, a lot of people on social media talking some trash. Let's see if I can make one. Take two. There we go. All right, that is a preview of what is to come in just a bit. We'll see you after the break. 50%. It's fine.
You got it. You got this. And welcome back at 6:42. So art can do a lot of different things for different people, but one mural in particular is meant to ease suffering for the loved ones of a local woman.
She was hit and killed by a suspected drunk driver earlier this year. In this week's episode of If These Walls Could Talk, Katrina Weber shows us the artwork that is keeping her memory alive.
The headline was heartbreaking. A woman sitting at a bus stop killed, hit by a teenager suspected of driving drunk. The death in June of 29-year-old Monique Rodriguez, the mother of a 3-year-old girl, left a hole in her family's heart. But on an empty wall, a family friend came up with a plan to help them heal.
We just thought that it would be a good reason to honor the departed in a good way.
Paolo Del Barrio donated space on the side of his warehouse in the 1500 block of Zarzamora, then found an artist to carry out his plan.
A memorial to someone that left us way too soon.
Angelica Sanchez, who has made her mark among local muralists, jumped at the chance to memorialize Rodriguez. The St. Philip's College graduate and native of Puerto Rico understood this mission well.
One of my best friends, he was killed by a drunk driver.
Ironically, in the middle of this, Sanchez herself was hit by a drunk driver downtown. Friends and fellow artists pitched in and helped her paint. But the finished product was what she imagined, Rodriguez, larger than life, and smiling in a field of bluebonnets.
Sanchez says she never had a chance to meet the woman in this picture, but she had no problem at all when it came to picturing who she was.
She came up with the concept after a long conversation with Rodriguez's mother.
We spoke about her love of fiesta and flowers and a lot of things like that. So that's why she has like a flower crown.
It's one thing to see an artist's creation on a proof, and then when you actually see the finished product, I mean, I was blown away.
Davario couldn't be more pleased with the way the wall turned out. Both he and Sanchez hope one day the painting will bring peace to a family who right now is still in so much pain. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Taking a look right now at our roads, big slowdown off 35 southbound. Taking a look right there. Traffic at a standstill. Now we see some flashing lights out there. Earlier we did tell you that there were some construction crews that were working on the roadways out there, but they are experiencing a delay right now. Just talked to our friends at TransGuide. So that is why we see this stretch of lights on 35 southbound. A terrible, terrible spot to have that kind of issue happen, because we know this area is going to start picking up there in the next few moments. But right now that traffic delay off I-35 southbound at FM 1103 has traffic moving at 6 miles per hour. So again, pack that patience with a cup of coffee this morning, because traffic is not going to go anywhere anytime soon, but we'll continue to keep an eye on that. We did have a crash detected here off I-10 eastbound at Camp Bolus Road, but that is not there anymore. And I was checking the TxDOT website. It's not listed there at this time, so that's not going to be causing any issues for that early morning drive. But we are starting to see some spots build up there along 1604, and that stalled vehicle that we told you about off 410, it has cleared out, so our map just needs to update there. But again, the big problem spot is going to be right there off I-35 at FM 1103. Again, just pack that patience this morning. Take it easy out on the roads. It's not clear how long it's going to take to get this cleared out, but again, just pack that patience with your coffee, because it is going to be a while, Mike.
Thank you very much, sir. All right. He is very tenacious about having the best Halloween display in the neighborhood. And to paraphrase Polonius from Hamlet, to thine own skeleton be true. No, nice. I did not read Hamlet. I did have to look up to see if Hamlet said that, but it was Polonius, cool. The character, yes. But of course, then Hamlet said, alas, poor Yorick, with his skull. So,
very.
You ever read Hamlet?
I can't remember.
I did in high school, but that was 100 years ago.
Yeah. Did you, Stephen? You did? Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
It's been so long.
Left quite an impression on me.
Yeah. It's tough to read Shakespeare with the rhymed couplets.
It doesn't translate very well to modern.
Well, I mean, it's just tough because that sing-song, the rhyme couplets. Anyway, we have a lot of clouds out there. It is very warm. Temperatures are about 10 degrees above normal right now. And these numbers are also very, very high. Dew point temperatures are back up into the mid and upper 60s, well above that threshold line there. And about, right now, 11 degrees above the dew point temperature is 11 degrees higher than what it was at this time yesterday. And then add to that how much higher yesterday's dew point was than the previous day. So all that very dry air that we had over the weekend is now just a fond memory, and the humidity is going to be sticking around with dew point staying in the upper 60s, all the way in through the weekend and into the first part of next week. All right, here's the long-range model, and the latest update with this particular computer model came out, and we still have about the same scenario in through the next couple of days, with the high dominating things, the zonal pattern going across the northern tier of the United States, and the little bit of concern was, at least with a couple of models with this one, was that tropical system down there in Mexico, which was going to be working its way up in our direction. But this now has that being kind of in agreement with another model being diverted pretty much to the south of us, to the south and to the east of us. And so that would keep us, for the most part, rain-free into Tuesday. Then this next big trough is going to be digging on through here, and that would pull a front through by Wednesday in the latter part of next week, which would give us a better shot at some more fall weather and also rain the latter half of next week. So 78 degrees today at noon. Partly cloudy skies, and the high temperature today of 85. Partly cloudy. Heat index, add a couple of degrees to that, and then next few days just gets warmer, and it is going to be humid and maybe a sprinkly shower or two by the weekend.
Thank you, Mike.
Mark.
Silver and Black are back. Regular season tips off tonight at 7:30 at the AT&T Center.
And Max Massey joins us live from the court right now, and he's been, trying to make some buckets out there. How's it going?
Oh, man.
We saw you make it earlier.
I'm telling you.
And you posted one online.
No,
Max.
First off, guys, I'm cold right now. I won't talk about it. But Steven Chavez, photographer extraordinaire, holding the camera right now, watching me miss. There we go. Oh, my goodness. He made 2 half-court shots. You made 2. I got 1. We're going to try to send it in just for proof. Let's see. We got one time. Oh, my goodness. Just to get the lid off the basket, if you will. All right. Either way. Yeah, cool. It's 2 feet away. Anyway, very high expectations for me for the Spurs. I gotta say, there's a lot of haters out there. The over-under on the league total, 29.5 games. That's ridiculous. They won 33 games last year. There are 10 more games this season. People are not excited because they're like, oh, this is youth movement. I'm excited for the youth movement. We got energy. We have defense. We have a depth. Keldon Johnson, DeJounte Murray, Derek White. I'm out of breath just thinking about it. Hopefully we have a graphic on the screen talking about their points per average last season, 15, 15, and 12. Keldon Johnson is now an Olympian. He's got that gold medal. We are excited. Got to take a next step. Another leap. DeMar DeRozan is gone. LaMarcus Aldridge, he is gone. So these guys, they got big shoes to fill. Plus, chip on the shoulder. There we go. I mean, what else do you need? You got Jakob Poeltl coming out saying defense is going to be a priority this season. Plus, let's see. I want to show you 2 things on the court. Other than me missing shots. 75, the diamond, 75th anniversary of the season. And then come here. Let's see. What else we got? We got the Bet 365, which, let's see if I have enough time. We're going to get the app out. If you don't have the Spurs app, you should get it. It's awesome. And here's the thing. Take a look here. You go to the Spurs app, you go to the Bet 365. It's on the homepage. You can play these little games. So, Mark, Steph, you guys can hear me. How many points do you think total combined are going to be scored tonight? Over, under 215.5.
Well, that's kind of new.
Yeah, that is. I had the Spurs app. I'm going to have to do that.
What do you think, Max?
Oh, yeah.
I'll go with your numbers.
I'm thinking over, just because I don't think the Magic are very good. I don't think there's going to be a lot of defense. And I think the Spurs have a chip on their shoulder, so they're going to put on a show.
I hope so.
So, but that's just one. You have 6. Me too. You have 6 questions, and here's the coolest part. If you do well, you get them right, you can win prizes. I was told for opening night, you can win courtside seats. Who doesn't want courtside seats to the Spurs? Let's see. All right, last shot. Producer's telling me to wrap up. Oh my goodness. Well, let's just hope that the Spurs are better shooters than I am. That's all I have to say.
I think you're giving them good luck.
Back to you.
I think they're going to win.
Good luck. Yeah, I've missed enough where they have to make it.
There's the turnaround jumper right there, and it's good.
Got to end on a miss.
Go, Max Massey.
You can't end on a miss. It's over.
Cannot.
It's over.
Way to end strong,
Max.
Yes. Thank you, Max.
All right, 6:51, about 69 degrees.
And postpartum.
Thank you. Do you have a BYG for us?
What?
Sorry, Max.
We could kill Max's audio
We're on
now.
different video. This story is about postpartum depression, and it's common among mothers who have recently given birth. Tomorrow on GMSA, we're going to tell you about some local resources that can help with the baby blues.
Outside with live cam. Going to wrap up GMSA after this.
If you are getting a little ping on your phone, that is because we did just send out a notification about the slowdown at 35 at FM 1103, where some construction crews are experiencing a delay, and that's causing traffic to experience a delay right there off 35 southbound at FM 1103. Traffic moving at 6 miles per hour. Pack that patience this morning. We are going to watch this crash here also at I-10 eastbound at Bernie Stage Road. It is going to be a busy morning, so stay with us for all those updates, Mike.
It is warm and humid when you step outside this morning. We're not seeing any glow of the early morning sunrise. 69 degrees here in town, pretty consistent around the area. Some fog off to the east, a little around New Braunfels, and then especially going out 10. Look at that around Gonzales as well as LaGrange. And we're going to have temperatures get up into the mid 80s later on today with some humidity, and it stays this way the rest of the week.
Okay, go Stros go, go Spurs go.
Yes, tonight. So excited about that. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you back here at 9.